Going out on the weekends became a very social thing, drinking with my friends, trying different drugs here and there. Moving on into college, still kind of a real social thing. I was really focused on school for a while, but it just slowly progressed from drinking on a Friday and Saturday to drinking Friday, Saturday, Sunday to Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and then pretty much before I knew it, by the end of college, I was drinking every day. I would say my drinking really went downhill with the tragic loss of my father and not having the coping skills to deal with that grief and loss. That's when I became a daily drinker. More or less that wake up in the morning and drink all day, drink till I passed out, hit the repeat button, do the same thing the next day. I think the thing that finally got me into treatment, actually I say the thing that I know finally got me into treatment, is that I was having a lot of problems in my marriage, and my wife and I had been seeing a couples counselor. And I remember specifically the day we went in for like our third or fourth session, and she just pulled out an empty bottle of vodka that she found in the trunk of my car, and she said, "I'm done," and she walked out, and that was it. And at that point, game over. I knew it was time for help. I'd kind of run through all the excuses. The whole timing needs to be right thing was no longer there. This was the time. If I was gonna save my marriage, save my life, become the person I had always wanted to be and knew I could be, then it was time to seek help. Remember, I walked into the treatment center and they welcomed me with open arms and a smiling face, and I remember sitting down with the counselor for the first time and I finally felt safe and that it was okay to be doing what I was doing. Treatment introduced me to the 12-step model of AA, introduced me to some alternative things such as Smart Recovery, and I started over the next year just really building my support and recovery network. I found that balance in my life is what worked. So getting back to work, doing meetings, doing the gym, finding time for Joel, downtime, self-care, and my support network now, I have a number of friends that are in recovery that I spend time with, and make it a point to spend quality time with my family, quality time with my wife. I'm reconnected with people that I hadn't connected with for a while because I was so selfish and just hiding my addiction. Life today is better than I could have ever imagined. I don't know if there's a word for it. Happiness probably doesn't do it justice, but here I am 5 years and 3 months later, and my life's wonderful. Not a day goes by that I don't think about what I went through, but for me it's something that has allowed me to grow as a person, has made me stronger, has made my relationship stronger, and in hindsight, it's a blessing that my wife walked in that day and put that empty bottle of vodka on the floor, because that's what was the motivating point for me, and ultimately led me to recovery, and more importantly, doing recovery for myself. And all the benefits that have come out on the other end are more than I ever could have asked for.